Here's your daily news roundup from 97.9 WGBW.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update. Tens of millions of people will be hitting the road this holiday weekend, kicking off what gas experts say is expected to be the most expensive summer travel in years. Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy says unleaded gas could average about $4.80 a gallon from Memorial Day through Labor Day. That's close to $1.50 higher than it was last year. DeHaan says the Strait of Hormuz is at the center of volatile fuel prices. If the strait remains closed for most of the summer, that could push the price at the pump to record levels. Even when the Strait of Hormuz does fully open, DeHaan says it could take more than a year for prices to get back down below $3 a gallon. Despite higher gas prices, though, more than half of Americans surveyed by Gas Buddy say they're planning to drive at least 2 hours away from home this summer. That's down 13% from last year. There's plenty going on right here in the Green Bay area to keep you close to home for Memorial Day weekend. The Kiwanis Memorial Day Parade in De Pere kicks off at 10 a.m. Monday at the intersection of Grant and South 6th Street. Following the parade, Celebrate De Pere will host a veterans ceremony at 12:30. Communities all around our area are holding similar observances, rain or shine, to honor those who lost their lives in service to our country. Heritage Hill State Historical Park will have a wreath laying at the garden patio and Tomb of the Unknown Soldier from 10 a.m. to 11 with the Fort Howard Guard Fife and Drum Corps. Senator Jamie Wall will make remarks prior to an invocation. The Disabled Veterans of America are holding a Memorial Day ceremony along the Fox River at 4 p.m. in Admiral Flatley Park. 3 p.m. on Memorial Day is the official time for the sounding of taps across America. Buglers all across the nation will be playing taps at that time. In Green Bay, Fleet Farm stores on the city's east and west sides will hold a brief ceremony just prior to the sounding of taps at 3 p.m. With news at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM, I'm Connie Fellman, 97.9 WGBW News.
With Civic Media News, I'm Terry Miller. There's a growing fundraising gap between Wisconsin's two major parties, with Democrats pulling in more than 4 times what Republicans raised last month. April reports show Democrats collected over $1.2 million, while the GOP raised just under $300,000. Both parties reported money coming from internal transfers and individual donors. Democrats ended the month with more cash available, but both sides continue to build for future races. Republicans have not outraised Democrats in federal accounts in more than 3 years. Anti-Semitic incidents reached record levels in Wisconsin in 2025, rising 83% in just 1 year and more than 900% over the past decade. The report shows more than half happened online, and leaders say that hate often moves from social media to the streets. Jewish residents at a Jewish Community Relations Council event this week say they are responding by hiding religious symbols and changing their behavior, with 55% saying fear has altered their daily lives. With Memorial Day travel picking up, Wisconsin transportation and natural resource officials are warning that a fun trip can turn dangerous without the right precautions. The DOT says drivers should expect congestion and adjust for conditions, especially when towing trailers or boats. The DNR says most deadly boating accidents involve people not wearing life jackets or mixing in alcohol. Officials say checking your equipment, securing loads, and staying focused can prevent crashes on both roads and the water. They're asking everyone to share space and look out for others. More news can be found at civicmedia.us.
The Packers make the top 10 list. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NFL. A new poll ranks the Packers' Brian Gutekunst in the top 10 general managers of the NFL. Gutekunst ranks 6th overall for building a team that's made the playoffs 6 of the last 8 years. At number 2, the Seahawks' John Schneider. Number 1, the Eagles' Howie Roseman. Baseball, the Brewers' Christian Yelich held his 4th annual charity concert last night in Milwaukee, starring comedian Charlie Berens and country singer Jake Owens.
We'd like to pick different things every year. The ALS Foundation, Lou Gehrig, BCF as well, Visit Milwaukee. So we try to touch on a bunch of different little areas in the community and spread the good deeds, and just a lot of great people coming together.
Yelich says this year's benefit also helped military veteran families in Wisconsin. The Brewers host the Dodgers tonight. We'll have coverage all weekend from American Family Field. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
Partly cloudy and a little breezy today. We'll get to the low to mid 60s for a high this afternoon. A few scattered showers tonight. Our low dropping into the mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. A few showers at times with a high in the mid 60s. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable.
That's your Green Bay News Roundup from 97.9 WGBW. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And find more news anytime at WGBW.FM.